Hello YouTube, this is Lakia. So I haven't done a video in a while and I wanted to give an update. Gosh, I don't know when the last time I done a video. So I have lost like 22 pounds, I think, and I'm down, well, maybe 23. It's like fluctuating like 2 or 3 pounds, but I'm down to 227. Woo, woo. Yes, and I am in the bed because I'm like, if I get up, I'm just tired. I'm wore out. I had strep a couple weeks ago. I'm just like, I cannot catch a break since I've had pneumonia. Um, I'm still taking my Saxenda, I think so you say it. Pretty much just started back on it not too long ago. So that's helped me keep my weight down. My other doctor almost had a breakdown. He was like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, I know. So I had the nerve stimulator put in October, and it still hurts off and on. And like the other day, like I haven't really wore like regular pants yet because that's that bad. Like it sticks out some. And it the other day was like moving up and down. I'm like, it's in my pants. And I don't know, it was weird. So I had a doctor's appointment for that last week. It might have been last Thursday. And she was like, well, it sticks out a little bit, but it's not like it's poking at the scar. I'm like, listen, like, I understand why y'all keep saying that. Like, it pokes out, it hurts. Yeah, it's not poking at the scar, but it's poked out like above the scar. So it still hurts. And it's been 3 months since I've had it, had it done. Like, if I move something right, it pokes out really bad. And she was like, for me to talk to the surgeon and they might move it. But if everybody that knows that's, new to my channel, I caught pneumonia a couple of days after they did my nerve stimulator, which is like a battery that contracts the nerves for my bowels and my bladder because I was using the bathroom a lot on myself. They don't know what caused it. They still don't know. I've actually used the bathroom 3 times on myself in the past couple of days. So obviously the battery is not helping. I can turn it up, but usually if I turn it up, it's always like on a Friday because I have the weekend to recover because it shocks you and it makes your lower back hurt. Well, it makes my lower back hurt because it's actual lower back. I'll do a video if I do it Friday so everybody can see it. Like I done one day and some reason it didn't let me put it on YouTube when last time I done it. But yeah, it hurts and it takes a couple of days to adjust to it. Because when she did it Thursday, like they didn't adjust it, but they turned it on to make sure it was working. Like not turn it on because it is on, but they like it's like a shocker. Like they make sure like everything's functioning in it. And I was like, oh, shit. And I mean, that could be why I used the bathroom myself right after, because I'm like, oh yeah, it hurts. Um, I don't know, like. I'm like, if I had a chance to redo it, I don't think I would. I don't think I would get it done. Like when she told me they can move it to the other, like it's in my butt cheek, so it's in my left butt cheek. And she said that he would probably. I was like, can he just push it in some? Like, is this something that has to be redone? She was like, yeah, like they would have to put it in like the right butt cheek, and I have cords that goes down my like, I guess my butt. So when they do it, they put you to sleep. You're facing on your stomach, and to see if it works, like if it's in the nerves, they're able to move your toes by doing it. So when they put it in, they're able to wiggle my feet while I'm asleep. That's how you know it's in the right nerves. So they would have to adjust it like that. And I'm like, so I caught pneumonia. I aspirated. Well, That's what happened. I asked sprayed during surgery, and they supposedly didn't know, but they had a hard time getting me out from surgery. So instead of keeping me like they were supposed to, they sent me home. So when I got home, the first night I was just coughing real bad, which I've had surgery before, so I was like, no, it's because they tubed me, which they did tell me they had to tube me, put the thing down, they had to squeeze it, to get me to breathe, and they had to give me a breathing treatment because I have asthma, and I was down a long time. So then, I mean, I expected that like the day of when I got home. The next day, I was having like a little trouble breathing, and I'm like, maybe it's my asthma, and I'm still coughing real bad. So I tell the doctor, and they send me cough medicine, and I'm like, yo, like I'm coughing bad, can't breathe. And that was on a Friday. So that Saturday and Sunday, I wasn't able to lay down, and I lay on my right side pretty much. Yeah, my right side because they put the battery in my left side. Yeah, because I lay on my right side. I couldn't lay on my right side. I can't catch my breath, and I feel like I was choking. So I wouldn't eat anything. I was barely drinking, and if I start coughing, I would have to like literally stand up to catch my breath. I'm like, something's not right, and I was like freaking out. But I didn't go to the emergency room because I just thought it was something from my surgery. Ooh, makes me emotional. So I called the office that morning and I'm like, listen, she has to see me. But she didn't do my surgery, but she's like the doctor's assistant. And I'm like, something is really wrong. And she's going to see me today to make sure I'm all right. I'm like, I'm having trouble breathing and I'm coughing. And I'm like, it's not my asthma. I mean, I couldn't even take a deep breath to take my inhaler. So when I get to the surgeon office, they didn't have the little, I guess, the little thing that goes on your finger to check your oxygen. And they said I was like a pale looking color. And when she checked my lungs, she's like, well, you're not wheezing. I looked at her. I was like, I don't give a fuck if I'm wheezing or not. Like, I can't breathe. So she was like, first of all, why didn't you go to the emergency room? And I'm like, I don't want to go to the emergency room if it's something that it's just from surgery. Because, I mean, emergency rooms down here, like, you're sitting there for hours. Like, right now, like, it's flu season. You would be in there all day. I work in the hospital. So, they wanted me to go to the same hospital where I had surgery. So I'm like, no, because obviously they didn't take good care of me while I was there. I'm not going back. I'm going to go to the one I work at. And she was like, I really think I need to call you an ambulance. And I'm like, well, I drove here. I mean, I've been doing it all weekend. I can drive. Got to the hospital. I waited about 5 minutes. I went early in the morning, so I was able to get back. When I got back, my oxygen level was really low. Um, the biggest thing was they was checking for was to make sure I didn't have a blood clot in my lung from surgery. I found out I had aspirated during surgery, and my whole lung was filled up, and I had pneumonia. So that's why I wasn't breathing. So they got me in the room quick because I guess I just my stats was just dropping really bad. Um, they had a pulmonary waiting for me in the room, and he was just like, first off, I would have waited another day, probably wouldn't have made it. If I was older, I wouldn't have made it. Um, that's just how bad it was. Um, sorry, I gotta plug my phone up. Um, yeah, if I was older, I wouldn't have made it. So the first night I was on like the surgical floor. Um, to have him on the heart monitor, but like really like when you're on a regular floor, like you don't see it on the heart monitor. Like they're able to keep track of it, but you don't see it. Um, but they like before they took me out there, that they was like you have to stay like girl really bad off, and I'm like oh my god. Um, so the next day they came and got me and took me down for a CT scan, and then came and got me and then took me back down to X-ray, and I'm like, and I heard the doctor say, oh, she's going up to the fifth floor, and I'm like, fifth floor. Okay, I'm like, well, I work here, so I mean, I already know, like, you already know what the fifth floor is. The fifth floor is ICU, it's hospice. Pretty much people that's not doing good. So you already know, you're like, oh shit, like, something's really wrong. Like, you never go to the fifth floor unless you're not doing good. So when I get back, he was like, I'm moving you to the fifth floor. And I'm like, well, I work here. So I was like, I want to know. And he was like, well, just moving you so we can keep more, eye on you. And I'm like, tell that lie to somebody else. So he really wouldn't tell me what was going on, which, I mean, I know you don't want to make people nervous. Like, I know. So then I finally get upstairs and I knew the nurse. And I was like, listen, why am I on this fifth floor? And I work here, so I know the rules. He was like, because you're not doing good. And he was like, because if something happens to you, we have to be able to do CPR on you and get to you quick. And I almost lost it. He's like, you're in tachycardia and respiratory failure. So every time you move, breathe, everything's going off. And I was like, oh my God, like, hard. So, I was out of work 2 months. So, like, now I'm, like, sick off and on, off and on. Like 1 week, I was having trouble breathing. That's the one in the ER. I went up to pulmonary, which is the doctor I seen while I was in ICU. That see me off and on for my lung. I still see him. He's still my doctor. I'm still having problems with my lung. He's really good. But he wasn't there that day, but my oxygen level was really high. Was my oxygen level? My heart rate was really high. And I was having trouble breathing, so they gave me a breathing treatment and all that. It was one time they thought I had pneumonia again in the other lung, but that came back negative, and they said it was probably just my asthma acting up. Um, that's when because I was coughing real bad, and then my primary care actually did the X-ray, and she was like, "Well," she was like, "I really think you have pneumonia, but I don't want the pulmonary doctor to decide because he's a lung specialist." And I'm like, I was like, I'm so depressed. Like, it's just one thing after another. And then a couple weeks ago, I was just coughing real bad. But I'm like, it's flu season, so I get in there. They check me for the flu, check for the strep, and then it came back negative in the office. But when she sent it off, it was strep B, which is like a different kind of strep. It's like a bacteria strep. And when I looked it up, it's caused me pneumonia and stuff. And I was like, so I was like running a fever off and on. So I didn't work one day, but she was like, it's not really contagious, so you can still work. But that one day I didn't work because I did have a fever. And I was like, really? I was like, I can't catch a break. So then I went to my the doctor I see for my weight. Um, I mean, he was like really shocked that I lost the weight, but I'm still not eating like I'm supposed to. I had problems not getting protein and stuff in. And actually, they called him while I was on the floor to make sure that I wasn't having problems like swallowing, because they did do something when I had um the bypass. I have a hernia, which was fixed the first time. Second time, it has so much scar tissue because the doctor that did the first time messed me up. So he went back and did something, but he said the scar tissue the second time was so bad that he would not touch it. So they wanted to make sure nothing was wrong because we're aspirated. But turned out what nothing he did had nothing to do with it. Um, because they said I had like this rare condition where I have like really bad acid reflux and something else like GERD, and that could have had something to do with it. But I'm like, they had a hard time getting me up. They let me go home. My acid reflux had nothing to do with it. They knew I aspirated and they sent me home, which I didn't have to pay for that. I'm trying to think of what else has been going on. Like I've been extremely like irritated with everybody, but I don't know. Like I said, this year is about me. Me getting myself together, me getting my weight off, which I'm almost there. I got 27 more pounds and be back to under 200 pounds, which I'm very excited about. And it's been like two, maybe a year, 2 years. But I didn't start gaining weight until I started having my stomach issues. Like I kept my weight off. I was so serious about my weight. So I'm getting there. Me and my friends are going to Puerto Rico for a girl's trip, and I'm like, I'm getting my ass in one of them high waisted bikinis when we go. So I'm gonna start boxing whenever I get my energy back. My weight loss doctor said that he put an order in for me to get my iron and stuff checked because I am a real bad anemic. So he wants to get it checked because he said it could be low from where I had pneumonia. And then last time I seen him, it was low. And then they did an iron infusion because, I mean, mine's just so low. I've had lots of iron infusions. I've had the B12 shots. Um, I'm trying to think what else. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow while I'm on my primary care. I'm gonna get all that done. So hopefully I'll be getting ready to get into working out. So stop boxing and hit this workout so I'll be ready for Puerto Rico with my friends. This is gonna be like my first like big vacation and where I feel comfortable like wearing a cute bathing suit. And then even Walmart's got cute bathing suits and I'm like, and I love me some Walmart. So I'm pretty excited about that. Man, that's pretty much it. I just want to tell y'all I haven't forgot about y'all. It's just been a lot going on with me literally being sick off and on. Like last night, I was so tired. I took a shower, got out. I fell asleep with my towel on, my lights on. I didn't even touch my TV, and I always sleep with my TV on. Like that's how where I've been. But yeah, you can see my dimples come up. I got really big dimples, like on the side. They're starting to come back. That's pretty exciting. I've always had dimples, but when I gain weight, you can't really see them. And I'm gonna try to figure out how to post some pictures too, and I'll post y'all some weight loss pictures. Cause I had somebody say, "But you don't post pictures." But I'm like, I don't want to post pictures with my butt halfway hanging out, showing everybody my scars and my stomach hanging out. That's just not me. But I'm gonna let everybody go. So when I turn my battery up on Friday or Saturday, I'm gonna do a video so everybody can see how it gets done. And I'll try to post some pictures too so everybody can see my little weight loss pictures. Like before, after. Like I found a picture of me and my supervisor, well, my manager. And she lost a bunch of weight because our job paid for the managers to do like a weight loss program and work out with trainers for 6 weeks. She's lost a lot of weight, and then I've lost a lot of weight. We look like totally different persons, and we said that we're going to take another picture, the side by side, so we can see how much we lost because we look like totally different people now. It's crazy. I was looking through my phone. I'm like, oh my god, this picture. It was like done like a year ago. So I'm like, so yeah, we're definitely gonna do another picture. But everybody have a good night. Enjoy. Have a good Valentine's because Valentine's is tomorrow. Um, be good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And hi to my new YouTubers. Thank you for following me. It's pretty exciting. Maybe I can get 100 by the end of the year. I'm trying. I want to make it interesting and really like lose the weight. Maybe start doing a little workout videos so people can see. I'm gonna start boxing, so maybe I can record those and put it on here. See my boxing skills because I got hands. Y'all have a good night. Bye.